Hi, it's my podcast voice, and I'm here with a point of view. So, it has occurred to me even more deeply as we dive deeper and deeper into tyranny. These dudes are the way that they are because somebody picked them last for dodgeball. They were perpetually chosen last as the line leader. We're dealing with this caliber of weird dude that had to buy cool to get some form of proximity next to people that we also don't like and do not think are cool. But we're sitting here having to contend with the thing that happened in the 1930s and 40s happening right now, that is happening in Nicaragua, that has happened in Russia, that is happening in all these other places, because a bunch of dudes did not get approval from their daddies. A bunch of dudes did not get what they thought was going to be a long and fruitful thank you from their mom over that macaroni necklace. A bunch of dudes who, when they walked into the room, people went, oh God. And they have worked so hard to build up the facade of an actual human being in such a way that I'm going to teach those bullies to not hurt my feelings by taking down democracy. Like, that is an entirely different level of ain't shitness. Like, that is a level that I don't think any of us should or could reach, solely because they got pushed over the swings because they wanted the red swing, but they didn't get to it quick enough, so they had to settle with the blue swing. This is what we dealing with. We dealing with kids that were in the NICU that were pushed over to the side because the nurses looked at them and went, that child sucks. That's what we're dealing with. That is the caliber of dickheadism that we're dealing with. And this is why we tell y'all to raise your kids properly. This is why we tell y'all not to be bullies. Because the bullies, for the most part, usually if life hits them the right way with the stick in which it needs to be hit with, turn out to be sometimes decent people. But there's always a chance that they don't. And on the flip side of that, when you're the bullied and you don't learn anything from it, you don't use it as a catalyst to be like, you know what? This person sucks and I'm going to be greater. I'm going to be better. There's an amalgamation of bullshit that happens when you add on narcissistic tendencies and absent parenting into this human being, and it becomes what the fuck we dealing with right now. And I don't get it. That weird dude with the mustache wouldn't have become all that he became if his daddy would have been like, you know what, that's a cool looking giraffe. I like what you did there. Half of the stuff wouldn't have happened if somebody daddy would have been, you know what, son, that I tolerate, I appreciate that thing that you did. That actually looks really good. Thank you for doing that. That we wouldn't be in the places we are right now because some dude did not get what he thought he was owed from his buck ass parents. And that's what we dealing with right now. That's the shit that we gotta contend with because some dude decided that I'm gonna make everybody pay for that time I got knocked over at lunch. I'm gonna make everybody pay for it. I'm going to ascend to a height so toxic that I'm gonna make my problems everybody else's. I'm gonna make them pay for my absence of any sort of humanity. I'm gonna make my existence everybody else's fault. I ain't got nobody else to blame but them and my mom because she told me that I hug weird. Like that. That's why we gotta deal with this. Because the goofy bastard couldn't you wanted an apple and they gave you an orange. That's why we gotta deal with this